Hi everyone, my name is Aina. Thank you for giving me this privilege. As we celebrate the World Refugee Day, which is on the 21st of June, I will like to celebrate all our refugees. I would like to celebrate their strength, their courage, their endurance. I want to celebrate also the American people as in the public for giving refugees the opportunity to be here. I also want to celebrate Ellie Ross and all our teachers for their tireless efforts during this program. All your efforts did not go unnoticed. Really do appreciate you. And most importantly, Whiptail for coming up with the new American Speakers Program. Thank you for giving us this privilege. And as we launch out to make an huge impact in our community, we want to say thank you so much. Today, I'll be talking about a presentation I titled Raising Up My Kids in the United States. As an immigrant from Nigeria with close ties from my country, migrating into the United States and adapting to the cultural adjustment as regards to parenting has been pretty difficult for me. Getting to the US, I noticed there is a great gap between American children and immigrant parents. And for some reason, I feel this is because most parents decide to impose their culture on their kids instead of telling them what each culture meant in their parents' country. There are quite a lot of similarities and differences from when I compare my culture to the American culture. And I'm going to be citing a few. In my home country, Nigeria, you do not maintain eye contact with an adult. When you're having a conversation with an adult, you do not maintain eye contact. But in the US, you have to maintain eye contact to show that you are listening to whoever is having the conversation with you. Then the use of the left hand. You cannot use the left hand to give out something to someone, especially when it is an adult. But in the US, you are free to use whatever hand that you desire. Living with your parents, you get to live with your parents until your marriageable age. But in the US, once you are 18, you have your independence. Education. Education is quite huge in my culture. I could say it is huge in the US as well, but this differs from one ethnic group to another. Greeting. When you are greeting, especially for girls, you have to kneel. For boys, you have to prostrate, or you have to bend when greeting an adult. In the US, you can greet in whatever manner that you desire. Calling an adult by their first name. I literally grew up calling everybody aunties and uncles around me because you dare not call an adult by their first name. But in America, you're free to call anybody by their first name. So we have quite a lot of differences in our culture. But I just like to cite a few. But as a parent, similarly, I have been taking out time to explain to my kids what they cannot do or what they cannot say as regards culture. In my own country, Nigeria, I'm going to be citing an example. In my own country, Nigeria, you cannot tell an adult, why are you mad? In the US, mad is why are you upset? But in my country, when you say, why are you mad? It means, why are you crazy? Or like saying, why are you insane? Which is very, very rude. So as parents, we should take our time to explain what the culture represents in their parents' country. My advice to immigrants who are just moving to the US is to learn and unlearn some of these cultures. You can be from both places and find a mixture in both cultures. Sometimes it works for you and your family when you just decide to strike a balance. You don't have to erase yourself. You don't have to adapt to a new culture or take a new culture up entirely. You must have an open mind while educating your children. It is wrong for parents to force the cultures on their kids, as this can make them rebellious or intentionally want to poke the bear. So my advice for parents and for people around me is to try and do your best to ensure you know the difference in this culture, and take out time to explain to your children. Let them know the cultural differences and what it means in their parent culture. This is going to help them to be well mannered. This is going to help them to be well behaved. Thank you, everyone, for listening. And I want to thank you, Dr. Kaplan, for this opportunity. Thank you so much for always being around. Thank you. We do appreciate you. Bye-bye.